My name's Dr. Jay Cavanaugh, and I want to do a testimonial for D. Grant Smith. And I think what's cool about this testimonial is I asked if I could do it. He didn't ask me. So I think that's important. But so what was interesting is I am a mindset coach myself. However, I specialize with motorsports athletes. And so we have a connection, and we definitely are on the same page with a lot of our beliefs. And what was interesting is I was struggling without quite realizing how much I was struggling with an issue with abundance versus lack. And so I want to kind of share a story because I think it just goes to show it's a testament to the abilities that D. Grant Smith has when he is coaching you and sharing his knowledge. And in the way he does it too is such a calm, cool, comforting, like bro hug kind of way. It feels good, it feels right, and it works. So I had been struggling with a couple things with my business, and then we did our weekly Monday call, and he said, hey man, like you need to take a break. I'm like, wait, take a break? I'm like, no, like I just told you I need to work harder. No, wrong. Respectfully, you're wrong. You might want to take my advice that I think you might want to take a break. So I took a break, chilled out, got a massage, probably over the course of 2 days, drank 2 bottles of wine, which by the way, he did not recommend the wine. That was my recommendation. And I'll be honest with you, it was wild because I said, all right, I'm just going to trust the process. I'm going to have some blind faith here. I know that my energy levels, my levels of consciousness are in a lower vibrational state. It's more like lack and separation. I wasn't vibrating in the energy that I know would attract abundance to my life. And so I said, you know what? I think he's right. And I'm going to go for it. So I disconnected. I didn't work. I didn't wake up and say, it's back to the grind, back to the grind. Instead, I just trusted D and said, hey, I'm going to disconnect, relax. I'm going to let my vibration go back to homeostasis or raise up because I knew it was a little bit low. I could tell. And sure enough, what happened next was pretty interesting. So over the course of, I can't say for sure, but less than a week, I think it was 2, 3, 4 days, somewhere in that range. I have horrible memory with stuff like that. But anyways, I had let go, which I know is a huge skill to master, the art and skill of letting go. So I let go, and all of a sudden, things started happening. And so one thing that had happened is a client that I had worked with before had called me back, who races motorcycles, because I help guys that race motorcycles. And he said, hey, I've always liked your program. I need to get back into it. I said, okay, that was fine. But what happened next was even more interesting, which is in that process, I actually looked at his background in Zoom because we had a little Zoom chat and I recorded his, kind of thoughts in our conversation. And so in the background, it said his nonprofit he worked for. And I said, oh, that's interesting. I said, I actually named the business my friend owns in nonprofits. And he does thank you letters, and he's got a great business. And, how many thank you letters do you do? So he answered the question. And then what was interesting is after that, we wrapped up our call. I called my buddy and I said, hey, just out of curiosity, what's your biggest client do for volume in a year? He told me, but then I realized the lead I was about to give him does 10 times that. And so I said, hey, I'm going to give you this lead. And I know we're friends since elementary school, but if you're to close this deal, do you think there might be some financial reward there for me? He goes, 1,000%. Are you crazy? Of course I'll hook you up on that. So long story short, I ended up trusting D, went against what my gut, tuition, and habitual patterns of thoughts, feelings, and actions had been, because my belief was that you got to work hard. That's all people do. You got to work hard, be a man, suck it up, bro, but that wasn't working for me. And so in trusting D, I said, you know what? I like his vibe. I like his energy. I know he knows his stuff. I'm going to trust him. I'm going to let go, and I'm going to see what happens with abundance. And so in less than a week, I got results. And those results, I don't even know how big they're going to be quite yet. It depends on whether this deal gets closed. But put it this way. One thing's for sure. D's services pay for themselves when it comes to abundance, because there's no doubt that I would not have gotten to this place without his help. And so if you are stuck, if your energy levels are low and you want to raise your vibe, you want to shift your focus, elevate your level of consciousness, D's your guy. He's fun, he's sweet, he's caring. We got a bromance going here, I think. Sorry, D. Am I allowed to say that on a testimonial? Sorry, bro. But anyways, I can't emphasize enough how important it is for you to reach out to D, see what he's got going.